Okay, it's 7 o'clock. Let's call this January 4th meeting of the Rye Township Supervisors Reorganization to order with Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks everyone for coming. Need a motion to appoint a temporary chairman and a temporary secretary. Do I have a motion?
I can make the motion.
Okay, as listed, myself as temporary chair and Daisy as secretary.
Sure.
That motion? Okay, thank you. Second. All in favor? Aye. Okay, do we have any citizen participation as it pertains to the agenda at this time?
Hi, Dana on the call in, Dana Cove. I just had a question about how, the alternate supervisor, or the voting supervisor was appointed. Thank you.
How they were appointed? Well,
Yeah, it's just.
Or how do they get appointed?
How that happens, that's all.
from my understanding, they're typically, we look for a volunteer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm answering your question,
We don't have an
Dana.
alternate supervisor.
Not an alternate, I think she's asking about the tiebreaker, I'm forgetting the
Is it
title.
that vacancy? Is that
The
what it is?
vacancy, thank you.
Okay.
Are you talking about the vacancy?
Yes,
See?
please.
Yeah, the vacancy, that's all it is.
Oh, okay.
I guess how does anyone get appointed? I guess they volunteer, or we go to them, or
They volunteer, I don't know.
Like,
if you've
is that
ever-
an open seat? Like, can I throw my hat in? Like, how does that work?
Well, yeah, you can, but it's not let's say one of us resigns and supervisors left and they pick, one wants replacement A and one wants replacement B. The alternate comes in. First of all, they run that board, they run that meeting.
That meeting.
The alternate does, or I'm sorry, the vacancy chairman does. And then he picks, he's the third vote from those two, from A and B. He doesn't come in and pick a C. He has to pick between, he or she has to pick between A and B.
they're the tiebreakers.
They're the tiebreaker. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's their only role in the township.
Was Mr. Leitner just it last year and he was reappointed this year?
Uh,
I think that's what the lady is trying to understand. I didn't know that either. Like, I'm
Okay.
just curious as well.
Okay, Bob expressed an interest, and again, it comes down to Bob was a supervisor in the past, so Bob understands quite a bit of how it works, so, but yeah, it could be anybody. Anybody can put their name
Can I ask one more question?
in. Sure.
Is the person that's the vacancy supervisor, does that allow them to be appointed to the, or voted onto the board, or the supervisor in?
If they happen to be choice A or B.
Okay.
Again, they have to have been one of the initial replacements.
One of the initial.
That's correct.
Thanks for clarifying that. I wasn't entirely sure how that process worked.
You are welcome, Dana. Anyone else? Okay,
Can I ask a question on this?
that'll come at the end. Okay, election of chairman of the board. Do I have a motion for chairman? Do I have a second?
Hi.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you, gentlemen. Election of vice chairman. I nominate John Stoll for our vice chair. Do I have a second?
Aye.
John, all in favor? John, I assume you're, yeah. Okay, administrative superintendent. I'm willing to do it again if someone wants to make a motion.
I'll make it.
Thank you, John. All in favor? Aye. Public Safety Superintendent, again, I'll do that one if there's a motion. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Cove Road Superintendent, I'll nominate John Stahl. Do I have a second?
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye, I'm sorry.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I was thinking,
No, that's all right.
takes more time for me.
Cove Road Superintendent,
We need to, we want to.
Personally, I don't want to.
I'll take it as a,
We'll only have a single.
do you wanna second?
I'll take a second.
All right, then I'll put myself down there, Daisy, thank you.
Oh, you want to be, okay,
I'll take it as the backup.
already. And that was all in favor for that month?
Oh, sorry, yep, all in favor?
Aye.
Equipment Maintenance Superintendent, I'll nominate John Stahl. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, John Scholes. All in favor?
Aye.
That's all right. Solid Waste Superintendent, I'll nominate John Stahl. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, John. Building and Ground Superintendent, I'll continue to do it again if someone wants to make a motion.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vacancy Board Chairman.
Thanks, Bob.
We'll take that as a motion. I'll second. All in favor?
I'm going to say nay,
Okay.
just because of the conflict that you could have. But
Understood.
Yep.
Understood, yeah.
There is no conflict. You already checked.
Okay, independent auditor, or appoint independent auditor, which is Smith Elliott Kearns. How long, they've been, how many years?
I'd say probably, I don't know, 9, 10 years.
no, we renewed a contract with them just past
The
year, right?
contract
So
is renewed, yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's a
last year.
3-year contract, so that was the first year, this is the second year of the contract. But we have to still by law, even if we have a contract, which we generally get a better price for, we still have to do this by law to appoint them.
Okay.
For what fiscal year and everything, it would be for 2020.
Okay,
I
can you
can.
make that motion? Or?
I can.
Thank you, Tom. Tom, do you want a second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appointment of elected auditor, Vicki Broughton. We need to, understand reappoint her. She's willing. We concur?
She's willing to do these, but she should have just taken the office, but yeah, someone has to run in this coming election if they want that position, and it's very hard to find someone.
Okay. I'll make that motion to appoint. Small second, all in favor?
Aye.
Recognition of elected auditors. These folks are already in. One is Catherine Sabo, who's my wife. She's an accountant. Deborah Lucas, who's also an accountant. So we don't need a motion on those two. Direction to the auditors. Establish pay rate of supervisors working as employees of the township at their organization meeting to be held on next week. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, Thursday, January 12th. And to establish
It's
the
Tuesday, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Tuesday.
it's
It's
Tuesday?
the wrong day of the week,
So
but
that's-
it's
that's-
Tuesday. That's probably from last year.
And establish dates to conduct an audit of the local elected tax collectors books, which is Rebecca Scholl, which is John's wife also. Becky, are you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I guess we're ready for Becky.
Do you want to make a motion for them to establish that, or that's just what they're supposed to do by the township code, but it's up to
I'll
you.
make the motion to have them establish the pay rate of the supervisors working as employees of the township.
That's if they're full time, correct? If we were actually working
Right.
at the
Oh,
township,
yeah.
Right.
just so people know.
And to audit the local tax collector.
And,
Mhm.
yep, Okay.
And I'll make the second one.
John Schultz, second. All in favor? Okay, Becky.
All right,
Can everybody hear?
every,
You there?
we,
Okay,
you,
Coach.
everybody hear me?
I guess if you
I think
shout.
so. Yep. We'll be quiet.
Every 4 years, if tax collector chooses to, they can request from the Board of Supervisors an increase in either their fee for certifications or bill copies. I'm requesting an increase. This increase would go in effect January 1st of 2022. Since 1998, the tax certification fee has been $10. So, based on the amount of time and effort and that goes into doing these tax certifications and stuff like that, I'm asking that the board consider allowing my fee to be $25. It averages about 30 minutes to serve, plus I get callbacks, and the reason why I picked $25 is because us tax collectors get together, and that's the average in between. The average that's being charged for going to be requested to be charged is between $20 and $30.
Okay. Do you have more, Becky? I didn't want to cut you off.
No, I mean, I guess, if you had any questions other than that, I mean, who pays these would be settlement companies, mortgage companies, or any company that's looking to see if a property is delinquent, stuff like that. So this isn't a direct payment by residents.
Unless it's a resident that's trying to get the information. But that's typically not the case.
No, I think in the 7 years, I've only had 2 done like that, and that's because they were doing their own loan
Okay.
stuff.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Any questions? Okay. Thanks, Becky. How about we take it under advisement, and I think we can make a decision at the next board meeting potentially.
okay.
Is that good?
The reason why I'm requesting it is because it has to be set before I rerun.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that has to set soon, so.
Okay. Any questions from supervisors?
When would the new tax collector be elected?
November.
Mhm.
Of this year?
Yes, November of this
Yep.
year.
She has to do it in the last year, whether it's her or somebody else being the tax collector would get that. Great.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Becky, our next regular business meeting is January 25th, so I think we can take it up then, put it on the agenda,
Sure,
and we'll.
I'll add it to that.
Yeah. Thanks, Becky.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to reappointment, reaffirmation of the following secretary treasurer. I make a motion to appoint David Leitner. Do I have a second? Stahl, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Approve the treasurer's bond limit set for 2021 of $265,000. I'll make that motion. Do we have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Appointment or reappointment of the following sewage enforcement officers: Frederick Siebert Associates, Lenny Sizer. And then the alternate is John Madden of FSA. Someone want to make that motion?
I'll make it.
Do we have a second?
Yes, they've done very well.
Yep.
A second.
All in favor? Aye.
That appoints both of them, correct? Just so
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we
Did you
tap
want
both.
to appoint both?
It doesn't matter. I just wanted to make sure we were. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Good point.
John only fills in if, Lenny is on vacation or ill for extended
Okay.
periods.
Okay.
That's just last year's, I was comparing it to someone would ask, but
Okay.
it's comparable, some of the things went up, $15, $20, some went up
Okay.
10.
I think that's just 10 bucks. Oh, that's a additional. Anybody else want to? Okay, yeah, so the next item is the sewage enforcement officer's fee schedule, resolution 2102. Daisy, you said a couple of them went up to 10 bucks.
The one that I did notice, and I did talk to him about, and he lowered it. The small flow treatment facilities have a special that's an annual cost for those residents. And it was $100, but he picks it up, takes it to the lab, comes back, so that's a lot. And, he took it up 50%, or whoever did it at their firm.
Do they do that for the chain of custody kind of thing? You have to make sure that the residents, the sample is that
They
what you
can they can do it themselves if they think they can save money, but it's so much more convenient, and they get a discount because they're over there all the time getting work done. It's Microvac Laboratories is where they go to, and so anyway, he lowered it from $150 to $125. So I thought that was good because I don't want to see the residents pay more, and I know there's a couple there. There's a senior citizen there, so I know it's a bit of a hardship every year to have that done.
Hi.
Zoning officer, code enforcement officer, Brian Gilbert of Wilson Consulting Group. He's done a good job for us. I'll make a motion to reappoint. Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Control second, all in favor? Aye. Zoning administrative secretary, Daisy Leitner. I'll make a motion to appoint. Do you have a second? Stoll second, all in favor?
Aye.
Floodplain administrator, Gordon Warren here.
No. He's Johnny on the spot though, let me tell you. He's good at what he does.
And Daisy.
I'm an alternate, but that's only a temporary thing till we find somebody.
Are you making that motion, John?
Yeah.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Driveway permit officer, Mr. Simmons. You want to do it again? Sure. Well, thank you. I'll make the motion to appoint Eric Simmons as driveway officer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Perry County Council of Governments representative, Daisy Leitner. Daisy, you've been doing that for a while.
Yes, I have.
And we'll talk about the alternate, COG rep also, John Stahl, if you're so inclined.
Yes, please let me know.
So I'll make that motion to.
Honestly,
I've had it for a year and I didn't know it. So I
well,
guess
they only had 2 meetings this year. Everything kind of with COVID, they canceled.
That's the one that's at the school.
Usually
Yeah.
3 or 4, yes.
Okay.
It's up at New Bloomfield.
At the
At the New
It's-
Bloomfield,
Not the West. We went to West Perry, and that's the one in February.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not that.
Okay.
no,
That's
no,
the
that's
county
not
one.
that.
That's the county one.
This
Not
is,
West Perry, there's one in town. It was a building in town. It's been a couple of years since I went to,
I'm not
a couple blocks
sure.
from the square.
Yes, that's it. It's beside the New Bloomfield Post
Okay,
Office.
okay.
That's it. It's the borough building. It might be an old school. It might be. I don't know. Okay. Okay, so you made a motion.
Yeah. I think John Stahl seconded.
oh, I wouldn't have done that.
Did you second it? No.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
It's my place anyway.
I'll second.
John Stahl seconded.
Okay.
Thank you.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Tom?
Yeah.
You're good? Okay. All right, thank you.
Hey, Daisy, just make sure you do a roll call of the people on the phone then at the end. So I think we
Yeah,
forgot
I
about
had
it.
mentioned the gym and we didn't.
Oh,
Okay.
That's okay. Some of them might hang up. but-
Well, yes, they do. So how about if we do a
Go ahead, you can do it now.
Yeah, so the folks that have dialed in on the phone, we know we have Dana Cotton and we have Becky Schulz. Other folks, can you state your names just so we have it on the roll?
Hi, this is Camille Otto, I'm here.
Hi, Karen.
Hi.
Anyone else? How many did you?
3?
No, but I mean, I think you said you had a count.
Let me see. I saw 4, but maybe Becky left. Are you still there, Becky?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, so I don't know.
I called in and I didn't think it went through, so I called in again. It might have been me.
Okay.
That was Karen.
Hmm.
Who was that just?
I don't know if that was Dana. I'm not sure. It's
Oh,
hard to tell with
okay.
voices. All right.
Okay.
That was Dana, that's not me.
Okay.
Thanks, Karen. Thank you.
Okay, well, we got 3 names. That's good.
Moving on to collector of 511 taxes, the per capita. Make a motion for Becky Schulz to continue being the tax collector, 4% of the amount collected.
Second.
All in favor?
I abstain because
Okay.
that is my wife. Yep.
Collector of the 511 taxes, the earned income, capillary tax collection bureau, 2% of the amount collected. I'll make a motion to appoint capillary tax collection. Do I have a second?
Rebecca Schulz?
No, we're
No,
done.
this is earned income, and I'll make this second.
Okay, thank you, John. All in favor?
I'm favor.
Thank you. Collector of residential solid waste income, Keystone Collections Group.
And they didn't notify me of any changes in fees. So.
Oh, okay. Make a motion to appoint them to continue. Do you have a second?
I will.
All in favor?
Aye.
Representative to collector of the earned income alternate.
Now, this is where I go to cap tax when you're talking about earned income.
Mm-hmm.
We have a seat on the executive board.
Okay.
And that's at the same place. They hold the cap tax and the COG meetings at the Borough Building in New Bloomfield.
Okay.
They used to have them at the courthouse, but because of all the COVID and everything, they went to New Bloomfield. Plus, I think it's a little cheaper for them. Whatever, I'm not sure. They made that decision.
Okay. Motion to appoint Daisy Lightner and Nancy Sunday as, is Nancy here?
I didn't see her, no.
But I'll make that motion to appoint Daisy and Nancy. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
She said she would be willing to do that. She's gone before.
Representative to Tax Collection Commission, alternate to the TCC, so TCC.
Tax Collection Commission.
Okay.
That's an abbreviation.
Okay, that's the same. Daisy Lightner, Nancy Sunday, do I have a motion?
So move.
Do I have a second?
I will.
Thank you, gentlemen. Emergency Management Coordinator, Jim Cassidy and Mike Rue are either here.
No.
Okay, well then,
Sure.
I'll absolutely make
Somebody
the,
else for that, but they seem to be very active.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
I
they've
think
been
they were
doing
active when we
well,
asked them.
yeah. They're both very qualified, John. They're certified in what they need to be, and it's hard to find somebody that's willing to volunteer and certified and has all the training.
I just wish they'd get the monthly reports in.
But there
There's
wasn't
nothing-
much
I
to
guess they
report.
don't have anything to report.
Right, and that's good, I guess. You know, that's a good thing in one way. There's not a lot of emergencies.
We get it all on the news now.
Right, yeah, that's true.
I'll,
But they're there when you need them.
I'll make the motion.
okay.
Is that for both of them?
Yep.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. Legal counsel. I'll make a motion that we appoint him as our legal counsel again. I think he's done a fine job.
So, John, were you doing?
I can or I, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm gonna say John Schultz and John Saul second.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
John?
Yeah, I made the motion. John seconded.
Okay, I got that wrong.
No, no. Engineer for plan review. Wilson Consulting Group. One want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
What kind of report is there on them?
They have done very well on the plans that we've had this year. Why not? They did the review. I'm very pleased with their engineering. It's their other fees I'm not real happy about.
Well, I
But
knew there was one here, and I thought it was them that you weren't very pleased with, but I didn't remember.
no,
why.
that's the zoning part of it. But
Okay.
the plan review, I think they do a good job and they get them there on time. So,
Did you make a motion?
I thought I did.
Okay.
If not, I did.
okay.
John,
But I will.
did you want to second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Planning Commission members. Tom Graupensberger and Sue Crest.
And they're both willing. I talked to both of them.
Fantastic. I'll make that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Planning Commission Secretary. Vacant. Commission Secretary. Do we have an update on?
No, I don't.
That's something Nancy might be interested
No,
in?
she's not interested. I have two other people that are supposed to be getting back to me, but with the holidays, they did not. So
Okay.
I need to follow up on that.
Okay, would you please? Oh, you're doing it in the meantime?
And yeah,
Okay.
I hope to get through this plan that's on right now.
Can you reach out to those folks in next super meeting, 25th?
Okay,
See where we're at.
sure.
But for now, I'll make a motion to appoint Daisy as Assistant Planning Commission Secretary. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Fitzsimmons here this evening. He didn't come in.
No, I didn't see him.
Give him a 10-year term. Zoning Hearing Board member, John Fitzsimmons.
And I did speak with him.
Okay.
He's willing to do that.
I'll make a motion for John Fitzsimmons to the Zoning Hearing Board.
I'll second. Okay.
Go ahead.
And then I'll aye. It doesn't matter.
John's all second.
Okay.
Thank you. Park and Rec Board, Glenn Campbell, he's willing to continue?
Yeah, for
Okay.
now. He's had some trouble with knee replacements, but we're hoping that he hangs in there.
Thank you for that. I'll make that motion. Second, John Stahl, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Chief Administrative Officer of Pension Plan, Daisy Whitman. I'll make that motion to appoint Daisy as Chief Admin Officer of the Pension Plan, so a second? Did you say second, John?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Can't get
You're doing the resolution, is that 2103?
my photos.
Marysville. Resolution 2103, Daisy.
It's just to reaffirm the signers, we're not changing them, it's all three board members and myself at the Marysville Bank. We're selecting the main depositories. We use Marysville Bank, Bank of Landisburg, and Penny Bank. They're the main banks that we use for our depositories. Doesn't mean we can't put another bank on, say there'd not be another branch come in here or something. That doesn't mean they can't appoint another depository, just these are the main ones, so we're just gonna reaffirm. They're exactly the same as last year, just to update for this year.
Okay, we'll make a motion for all
All
three, right?
three, yeah.
2103, 04, and 05, I'll make that motion. Do you have a second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that's three in the back.
That's what I'm guessing.
I know
least my
that
name are
one-
next
that
to 'em.
one bank wanted all their signatures.
Okay.
really nice that that go to meeting has a feature. I think most
Sounds
of
like
them.
it.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about.
Yeah, we got one of them.
Okay, and here's the I don't want you guys. But you signed it, but they need to sign off. So.
I didn't know there was a signature on it.
I've got one signature.
Somebody's dog getting mad.
Sounds like a dog.
Somebody growling on the phone? That's a new person.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, hey, Dan. Thanks for joining. What's up? The other way. Okay, Cove Road snow removal agreement. We did have Mr. Elwood Barrett, plowing it, but he has changed his mind. He submitted a resignation. Dewey Lehman, has expressed an interest in, performing that task for the township. Brad, you spoke with Dewey. Did you have anything you wanted to share with folks as far as what his agreement was or what?
No, I talked to him and he was interested in it. He wanted to file for his truck and I said, give it a try.
And the equipment to get it unstuck.
Equipment's operated. If he gets stuck, he can look, he can get his own tow trucks, he can take himself out, doesn't bother us at all.
Okay.
So there's no burden on the township at all by him doing it.
Okay.
Is he willing to accept the rates that we offered you last day?
I mentioned to him it was $80
$80.
and he was fine with that.
Yeah, yeah, first you need to accept the resignation to annul that contract agreement, and then you need to, if you're going to appoint Henry Lehman Jr., I guess this is his name.
Okay, I'll, make a motion to accept Mr. Barrett's resignation for plowing Cove Road. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We don't need to sign this, right? There's nothing to
No,
sign.
no,
Okay,
that's just-
and then, make a motion to get a contract to, correct me? Henry Lehman Jr., plowing Cove Road. Same contract. Conditional upon, providing a driver's license, and, yeah, we do proof of insurance.
Yeah, we
proof of
usually
insurance,
get- yeah.
driver's license.
They're all called out in the contract there, right?
Mhm,
So,
it says,
provisions of the contract.
and he has to sign the
Okay.
contract
Okay.
that we're not
You wanna
liable.
see this down? Okay, yes, I'll make that motion. If someone make a second. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, state. Certification of delegates for the Hershey Convention in April. State Association Convention delegates. Myself, John Scholes, Dave Leitner,
And John Stoll now wants to be put on there.
as the voting delegate.
Well, he has to be,
Get to go to it.
yeah, if he wants to go, he has to be authorized to be a delegate. And then out of those delegates comes the voting delegate. that would vote on behalf of the township.
Which the votes last year were vote for this person, there's only one. Vote for this person, there's only one. Everyone was uncontested, so
Yeah.
Okay.
they're not really voting for anything. At least there wasn't anything.
Once in a while, there's a hot topic.
Sounds normal.
Currently, John Schulz, John Stahl, do you want, or John Schulz, do you want?
I
to
don't
vote
care
again?
about voting delegate. Doesn't matter to me.
Someone wants to make a motion.
Okay, so you need to make a motion that all four of us are authorized then to go. If you
Okay.
change your mind between now and then, you're okay, but at least you're authorized.
Okay, so first item, adding John Stahl to the
Mhm.
existing list, so we'll make that motion to add John Stahl. Could we have a second?
I'll second.
John Stahl, second, all in favor? Okay, then, who would like to go as the voting delegate?
I can if you need me to. I'm fine with it.
John Schulz, so I'll second that. John Stahl?
Second, that's fine.
John, okay, so you made
Yep, I made the motion, John.
I guess Paul.
Stahl second.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Aye.
volunteered, so I'll
Okay,
make the
all in
motion,
favor.
John Stahl, so that way he's independent of the,
Right.
okay. County Association Convention.
This is the one that we go to.
Yeah, that's up at the grade school, Greenwood.
It's actually not going to be there. If you notice, the date has changed.
Mhm.
They send us notification because of COVID. Of course, they're not having it in February. And I talked to Zachary, and he said that they are now going to hold it. Where did he tell me? I think at the Grange or somewhere like that. But they were.
So it's
they,
outdoors.
Yeah, so they have more. No, I'm sorry. It's not the Grange. We're looking at that. It's a Newport Fairgrounds. You know where they have the fair? They're going to hold it in the building up there, and they said there'll be so much more room for the vendors' equipment to bring their equipment. You know, they can bring equipment, so they think they're going to get more vendors like we have down in Hershey. I'm not sure, but that's their thought. This is the first year because of COVID. I know when I was secretary there, they were looking at trying to get out of the winter, but we couldn't get another date because the school and everywhere else they checked. Either there wasn't enough room for everybody or the dates were already taken. So they found room there in Newport and they're not conflicting with anything else. So the details will be coming later, he said, but that's why it's changed because Zachary just let me know that it's now Saturday, September the 11th, 2021.
Motion to approve these
And does
four.
John Stahl want to go to that? He's not on that listing either. Last year he said he didn't want to go, so I
Well, I wasn't looking for it, and still I'm not looking for other meetings.
Is Becky still interested?
I didn't ask her, no, but it like I said, that doesn't mean they have to go. It's just authorizing her that she can. Because you are paid, I think, $50 for the day.
Becky, are you still on?
Yeah, I am. Yes, I mean, I'd like to go this year. Tax collectors need to have continuing education credits, and we can get them at the convention.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, it sounds like John.
John's
You're
on.
not.
It's fine, two people. Have at it, Becky, have fun.
Okay, so the four as listed, myself, John, Daisy, Becky, I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll make the second. Talker because we're all in it.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll let John still make the second.
Okay.
All in favor? Aye. Okay.
Okay.
Establishing a meeting dates for 2021, the fourth Monday of each month at 7 p.m., except for the following. November 22nd, Thanksgiving meeting rescheduled to November 5th. December 25th meeting is rescheduled to Monday, December 13th. So just like we did this year, everything's the same fourth Monday, 7 p.m. November and December get shifted a week.
And Memorial Day, we don't need to do that this coming year. It's like the 5th, so we don't need to do that, so we're okay.
Okay, but we need a motion for that.
I would do them all, if that's
Yeah, okay,
okay.
yeah, that's,
Do that?
sure, yeah. Additional supervisors workshop meetings to be scheduled on the second Tuesday morning of the month, 7:30 a.m. as deemed necessary by the Board of Supervisors except legal holidays. Okay.
I guess that can be handled during the year.
Right, that doesn't mean you'll have them every
Yeah,
Tuesday,
we just-
but if you need a
we're just
personnel
putting
or
it out there.
operations meeting or whatever, that's when you,
Just setting
that's-
aside a date for it,
Yeah.
time for it, yeah.
yeah.
And then the 2022 budget meeting, so the meetings for the 2022 budget will be held October 7th, October 21st, and if deemed necessary, November 24th.
No,
Yeah.
November 4th.
November 4th, thank you. At 6:30 p.m. as we've done in the past.
Mhm.
And then the last one is the annual cleanup dates, spring, May 1st and 2nd. That was quite a party. Last cleanup.
Oh, yeah. Oh my
This was a
goodness,
ton of people.
that
You know,
was.
it wasn't a party like in a fun way.
Mm.
So I'll make a motion to accept those meeting dates. Do we have a second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And if something comes up, you can change. We just have to advertise what we're doing.
And this is just making the advertisement dates so it can put in the
Right.
paper for the year.
Right, I wanna put that out in after, because I always advertise, the meetings. I advertise our organization meeting and our January 25th meeting together.
Mhm.
And then after that, I'll advertise for the whole year.
Any significance to us having our trash day on May Day?
No, I don't think so. Do they even have May Day anymore? You're right, though, it is. Is that okay with the road crew? First of May? Okay.
Establishment of payday scheduling. Approve, authorize the secretary treasurer to prepare and disperse payroll checks on Wednesday at 1:45 p.m. following the end of each 2-week bi-weekly pay period. That's how we've been.
That's how you've been doing it, so you don't have to wait for a meeting to give people their paycheck.
Okay. Motion to approve that?
Move to
Second?
Aye.
All in favor? Approve authorization payment of interim expenses. Approve the secretary treasurer to prepare and pay the interim invoices received, especially those with time-sensitive pay dates or those that will receive discounts if paid early. At least 2 board member signatures plus the treasurer are required on the expense checks. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve. John Stahl seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
second that. Whatever term it was.
Establish the rate of reimbursement, for private vehicle use when on township business. The 2020 IRS rate was 57.5 cents per mile. The new one is less, 56 cents per mile. Make a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Could I make a suggestion? Hold it for a minute. Rather than worry about when each time the government changes, why don't we say that the township will accept the government set rate?
I guess we could do that. I don't know if there's a
I think this
downside to
is
that.
more clear. I mean, that is
Let everybody
basically
know.
what we're doing, John. Is
Yeah.
accepting the IRS. You don't have to. You
No,
can pay,
I'm
you
not
can
saying
pay
we should, I'm
less
just
and
saying, why
then,
do we have to make a motion each time the government changes?
because it establishes that pay rate if you're paying someone for mileage. So any kind of fees
But
that
if
the
we say
board,
that we accept that rate, we'll pay them that rate, we do the same thing, but we do it one time.
but then you're telling the public specifically what it is and,
Well, are we doing that anyway?
I wouldn't probably know it unless I had, a business and have a reason to know what the, or
Okay,
your taxes or
Let me
something.
put it another way, what difference does it make if they know or not?
You can do like he's saying and then just say that the township has accepted IRS rate for mileage.
Right.
That's kind of what we're saying, except I just listed it, what it was.
But, I mean, I understand what he's saying, you don't have to vote on it.
I think we
Each time
do.
it changes.
I think we do have to do that. When I looked at the PSAT's website and the things that need to be due, you have to establish that yearly since it changes.
Well, that's what we're doing, this is it. We accepted it once a year, whatever it is.
But I'd still have to put it on the agenda.
Oh, okay, well,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying we changed the form that you put it on.
It does.
It's
It is.
just a matter, we don't have to deal with it again during the whole year.
Oh, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Not unless they change it, but they normally don't change it
Yeah,
mid-year.
Those are set annually.
Yeah.
yeah.
They normally don't ever, I've never seen them change it mid-year.
And I'm okay with it this way, because I mean, at least it's letting everybody know
Mhm.
every year it's out there in front
Right.
of folks. So, did we have a second? I'll make the motion.
I'll make a second.
John, Schultz, second.
Okay.
Council, aye. Okay. Approval and payment of the bills. Daisy?
There are two check registers, one is 2020 and one is 2021, and then we had one invoice for 2021. But 2020 checks or final checks are 16871 to 16892 in the amount of $19,415.19. There were no expense checks voided for 2020. The 2021 general fund check 16893 is in the amount of $676, and that was issued to PSATs for our annual dues and magazine subscription and our CDL pool fee, which is $100 a year. So that totals $676. The 2020 payroll checks are $78.33 to $78.41 in the amount of $4,909.04, and there were no payroll checks voided during processing.
Okay, make a motion that we pay the bills. Give it a second.
Can I ask what the Dice's tire is? That the backhoe tires?
That's the backhoe tires.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that an aye, John?
Yeah, I can. Aye.
Okay, thank you. Announcements. Next regular business meeting is Monday, January 25th at 7 p.m. The rec board meeting for January 11th is canceled. Next meeting is planned, weather permitting, for Monday, February 8th, 2021. Now I'm going to open up for public comment again one more time, but first I'm going to say, because I know that there's issue in the room, the contract that is on the table, there's some information I understand out there as far as where the contract's going to take the township with respect to revenues coming in. We've got a discrepancy between numbers right now, and I would say if we make a vote on the contract right now, we're going to be doing it with insufficient information. Disagreement, let's say, among the board. That needs to be cleared up. I did speak with our solicitor today. We can have a meeting of the supervisors, secretary treasurer, Becky, who's also our tax collector, and my wife, who is the auditor of the tax collector. She's also my accounting mind. It's not my area of expertise. So between now and the next board meeting, the plan is that we get together to figure out what the agreed numbers are. Because right now we're not together on it.
Application to gain information.
Yes, yes, and it is it is not a meeting to make a decision. It is a meeting to gather information. Again, this is based on guidance from our solicitor. We make an informed decision, and everybody here is aware what the numbers are, because I understand we're not on the same page right now. So I wanted to put that out there. So, any public comments? Sure.
I have one thought, but for access to a supervisor, if I send an email, it still goes to Daisy, and Daisy would be required to forward it on to you. But like on the website, there is just the township phone number. Like, how do I gain access to if I want to just ask you a direct question? Like, obviously I have your phone number, I got a house from you, that's how I have it. So, but a regular resident, like, how do we, if I want to call Mr. Stoll and just ask him a question, like, how would I do that aside from calling the
I would still say go through Daisy, because again, we have full-time jobs or other obligations. I enjoy the questions. I like to help out, but there are some times when a call will come in at an inopportune time. Daisy also will probably know the answer, or when she calls and says, hey, so-and-so has a question about this, she'll know what information I or John may need to give a better answer.
Said, give me your number and I'll have it call you. That way it works, because that way their personal numbers aren't disseminated, and people
They don't get
call
them
at
anyway.
2 in the morning, 12 midnight,
Like,
whatever.
like if the school board, you know, it's the same thing, our board, like, on the school website, it has like their email, it has their phone number. That's the only reason I'm saying that, like, just accept you, talk to you without going through Daisy.
It's that about once a year, that lists all the townships around and the
That's
names
it.
and.
That's from Perry County, yeah.
Yeah, so that's in there.
Yeah.
I don't know
Their
if you-
personal
I think
numbers
you're-
in there too.
I don't know if they're in there, because you asked me not to put them out there,
Yeah,
so that's
yeah.
why they're not out there.
I think she's asking when you put them on the website.
Right, they asked me not to put them out there.
I really don't care. I
Right,
don't care.
right, you can access them by calling me, emailing me, give me your phone number, I get hold of them right away, and then, you know, they will email you or call you back, or however, and they've been very good
It's-
The
about it.
book you're referring to is the little township book, it's about this high, has everybody's number.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm familiar with it, I don't know if all these.
that's from the county convention,
Yes,
yeah.
from the convention. Township, huh?
Yeah, I just think it should be like a little bit more accessible to residents.
I'm fine with,
I'm not saying that you're not discounting Daisy by any means, every time I call she helps me, but if I just wanted to, you know, send an email directly to you.
Well, see, I don't wanna speak, now John has indicated he's okay with his going out there.
yeah, my email, I'm
Mine's
fine
already
with.
out there.
Yep.
John's is
So if you want to put that on the website, my email, that's fine. Please do.
Mine's out there, I get calls all the time from people in the township. There's a street down or something like that, they told me.
Get your phone number too.
It's just a way for people to apply for it, to get more stuff disseminated out of there, because you have one supervisor, that's what happens sometimes.
I only worry because of what happened with Dana's email that didn't get to us. So if they want to CC me on, I'm okay. So it's just getting the info out for myself. I'm fine with it.
You've got our information, I think it's, yeah, I mean, our information is out there, you know how to get a hold of me, you know how to get a hold of John, so, again, I don't wanna speak for, you know, somebody else is sitting up here in the future, maybe they won't want it out there. So, ours is already out there.
So my next question would be, you talked about the contract, so what do you think, whether you're gonna discuss it, your ideas or thoughts to keep it sustainable? And I'm not discrediting any of the work.
Yeah, let me stop you right there, because we're not in a position to go with that discussion right now, because we would just be making statements that we're not yet in agreement on. So I don't think it's
So will we
wise
have
right
the discussion at your next meeting, or will you have already come to an agreement?
no, that's why we talked with our solicitor, and his direction is it's an information gathering exercise. There's no decisions made. It's just so we understand, hey, if one number is saying this for revenue and somebody else thinks it's different, we hash that out and we figure out, okay, where's the discrepancy? Because right now there's a serious discrepancy. And that's no reflection on anybody. It's just the numbers don't match up. So yeah. So, and that's why we don't want to have
I think that they all do a fine job.
that's why we don't want to have a public meeting, because it will not be as effective if we can at least figure out and come to terms amongst ourselves first with some accounting people that, again, Becky knows her numbers. And my wife knows also, I think she's a tax auditor, so she knows how to do it. You know, but we won't be making a decision at that meeting. It's just an information gathering exercise. Yeah.
Do you then anticipate, from that meeting, being able to create projections similar to what I've seen here?
I don't know what you're pointing to.
So I have some information, it sort of projects out, revenues and expenses over the next 20 to 33.
Mm-hmm.
And some projections on the growth of housing areas and things like that.
Yeah, and that's
You'll come out with a new version of that
Yeah,
be able to
not
take a look at it, get a better understanding.
well, different, it'll be something that we all agree on.
Yeah.
So,
So that was,
That should
Assume
never
this
have
is
gotten you this
May
hands
10th.
like that. That was wrong,
mhm.
very wrong.
It doesn't have anything on it other than what our budget is. So
That isn't our
It was
budget.
wrong,
That was
wrong,
wrong.
wrong.
Okay,
It was very wrong.
trying to keep this civil, all right?
Right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because, again,
Mhm.
I agree.
Don't
I wish it wouldn't have gone out, only because we don't agree, but
Right.
you made your point, and I get where you're coming from, so I'm not disputing that.
I'm not upset.
But allow us to get on the same page together, because we then know what the revenues, we'll have an agreement on that, what our expenses are, what Daisy knows historically, what Becky, also offers. So
When will they be viewable for the public, like prior to the?
I can't tell you, we're gonna try to do, well, it won't be anything available for the public to view until the supervisor meeting.
the agreement is the viewable. The agreement is the viewable part. We
The
have
agreement is not viewable by the public until it's in final agreeable
Right.
form by the board.
right before we vote on it.
Right.
Yeah, but, yes, okay.
Hey, Karen, this is Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Go ahead.
I want to say thank you. I think it's great that you guys are taking a hard look and gathering the data
Mhm.
and verifying the data. So kudos. I think that's definitely needed. I can't exactly tell who was asked some of the questions. Those are a little hard to hear on my end, but I think ultimately I hear Daisy saying, you know, the final agreement won't be available to the public till it's signed. I guess I would just urge that it would be helpful if what you're contemplating deciding could be talked about, and then you hear the public concerns or thoughts before making your final decision, which I assume would be at the late January.
Yeah, Tammy, thank you for that. We'll do that with the advice of our solicitor, because quite frankly, I'm not sure 100% what our obligations are as far as discussing the contract, how much we're able to. I mean, certainly, I think we want to be open with what the agreement is, but that's going to be based on what our solicitor advises we can. If he says, hey, it's 100%, put it out there, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to do it without having legal counsel that tells us we're clean to do that.
That's not something we've done before, so we're cautious.
Right.
Did you hear me?
I did, and I can certainly appreciate that while it hasn't been done before, I will say if the residents have concerns about what this is ultimately going to cost us, that you need to be forthcoming in what those ramifications are, and that the residents should get to at least say their piece.
Yeah.
Let's say that we've done,
We have to pay the solicitor, and he says it's okay, that just because we've never asked him before, we should go ask him now. And if he says we can do it, you should do it.
And I did not say it can't be disseminated till it's signed. I said it can't be disseminated till it's in final complete form. The same way the Sabo and zoning ordinances cannot be disseminated until they're in final form, ready to be acted upon. That's what I understood the solicitor to say.
Okay. Yeah, and coming from, my profession, and I think it's important to just make sure folks understand that there's a difference in what you consider final form and how the public perceives that. If it's in final form and it's just formality that we're gonna sign it, or is it in final form for the public to provide comments that you will seriously consider? And I can just say, coming from, my place of work, seriously consider is what's important. If it's, you're checking a box to say you put it out for the public, but you don't care what they think, and I run into this all the time,
Well,
you need to care what they think.
Yeah, Cammy, I think you know us well enough to know that none of us here on the board feel that way, that we don't care what the public thinks. So we will share certainly what we
I'm
can.
just saying, Jim, the semantics matter, right? So, and how that gets perceived by folks matter. So that's all.
Well, and
I
that's,
think it's good Daisy clarified.
yep, and that's why
Final is just final draft.
I made the statement that, We're not in agreement with what the numbers are right now, and that's where, I'm just gonna close with this. The board's not looking to raise taxes. I know the word's out there. I've been against raising taxes. I've gotten beat up over it since I've been sitting here. It is not my way to go. So I just want folks to know
I'd
that.
just like to say preliminarily, at year end, we are in the black. We are not in the red. So don't, be careful with the rumors that are going around, because that's what you need to be careful with.
This is a year-by-year budget, not a multi-year.
Where did they all come from?
What rumors are we talking about? Because I don't want to raise taxes. I don't put rumors out. I don't put rumors out. I put information.
Well,
So,
yeah,
and I don't want to raise any taxes.
What information are you putting out?
The information is what's on our budget. What's in the budget.
You did not.
Our
provide
township
budget.
budget.
That's
How
how-
are you guys in budget?
Mhm.
This shouldn't be done, the budget, when the final budget is done, then people should be able to see it and look at it.
Mhm.
If they don't agree with it, come to a meeting, tell the supervisors that they don't agree with it. But we shouldn't be out here starting chaos over it till it's all over and done with.
yeah, so to that point, that's an excellent point. So that's John, that's why I'm a little bit frustrated that did go out. I know there was an email that was sent around. I didn't get copied on it. It went out.
I didn't even get copied on it. So,
So, yeah, so hey, go ahead, please.
How long has it been since we had a tax increase for the township? Not school tax, the township.
Millage increase?
what, 20 years?
About
You don't-
25 years.
25 years?
25, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we must be doing something right. I mean, if people use common sense rather than grandiose ideas. We made it 265 years.
Something like that, yeah.
We're a bunch of old farmers, but if we use our head, common sense, we are sustainable.
Mm-hmm. Gary? Sorry, were you finished, Bob? Sorry, I just want to make sure Bob was finished first.
Myself as young, but I'm just gonna say, yes, this local township hasn't raised their taxes in a really long time. And it's my understanding that at the county level, the county is saying our mills are going to increase. I understand that. I understand you don't like that. No, we don't like that. We don't want to pay you more money in taxes. We don't pay anyone more money. However, even at the county level, I believe we haven't had a millage increase in the last 10 years, okay? So they did take small increments, but they'll whale us, and it's gonna stink, and we're not gonna like it, okay? But at the same point, whenever we're throwing out ideas of getting rid of or alternating the pay of the people who keep this township beautiful and are available, that's where that bothers me. You know, like, we have a very minimal road crew and very minimal office staff running this township. And to Bob's point of us not needing to raise taxes all the time, y'all have done a good job. I think our roadsides are beautiful. I'm happy our roads are clear when the weather's bad. And I think that before we're just willing to just chop block people, it's their livelihood too.
Mhm.
And they've put a lot of years of service into this township. So I think, like, you have to take that into account too.
Yeah, thank you for that, Carrie.
So people are gonna hit the county level, and that's not completely the township's fault.
Right. Right. And to be clear, the thing that frustrates me when people talk about we haven't raised taxes and that we should raise taxes is, I mean, your millage is always against an increasing amount, right? So what the township takes in is increasing. I struggle with raising that millage. So not only does the income go up, but the portion that the township utilizes gets bigger. So the township all municipalities are all taking more in. The county has chosen to go ahead and take a bigger chunk on top of that. I'm not a fan of that.
I think it's bad timing with the unemployment and the COVID. I think it's bad timing.
Yeah, so I don't see us raising taxes, needing to raise taxes, but let us get in agreement on the numbers.
And my concern is seeing what those what my estimate is based on what our budget was, is seeing the increase isn't meeting the revenue that we have coming in, from what I can see from our budget. So that, and when we lost the police officer, that left all his budget there because our taxes didn't go down. So now we don't have that, that amount that was the police officer was there. Now we don't have that really. I don't see the additional amount, so it's a concern.
Let's not open that can of worms
Yep.
because, I mean,
It's a concern. Oh yeah, that thing is a can.
When we get together, we're gonna discuss that. Daisy
Yep.
and I have already talked about that because that money didn't vaporize.
No,
So it can be accounted for, but, go ahead, Bob.
I thought you weren't going to discuss this.
I know, I know. I didn't want to shut people off, so Bob, if you want to be the last, be, sure.
That I'm here to find out information,
Mhm.
right? Like, that's the only reason I'm here. If we're gonna run out of money in 12 years, I wanna understand that. If we're not gonna run out of money,
No.
if we're not gonna run out of money in 12 years, I wanna understand that too. I'm not here to make a statement, I'm not here to make a statement about anything, other than to understand where we are as a community and where we're headed.
Well, yeah,
Because I would like
thank
to
you.
be here.
As a community, that's why we're trying to avoid this whole, we're to be neighborly here,
and I wasn't.
There's no point in everybody getting their back up because
Yep.
it doesn't help.
Yeah.
That's why.
And I'm not looking. I am against wanting to raise taxes. I don't want to. And it's not a ploy against the employees because they're doing a good job. But okay, that's why
Come to see us forever. Since spring, you have not come to see us.
I won't even
Don't give me that bunch of bull crap.
because I get that.
Well, that's part of being a
Yep.
supervisor. So,
I get it from both
I-
sides. So yeah.
I see their point. So,
Yep.
and-
I see their point and I have mine. So
that all the boards that I work for, and I'll be here 28 years in March, all the boards that I work for, including this board, has been very conservative, along with myself. That's how I grew up, that's how I handle things here, like I would at my own place. And they've been very conservative, and even if we needed to raise taxes next year, and we needed to raise trash, and they said no, not with COVID. So trash is probably going to go up because they just raised our contract $34,000 in 1 year. And they were all going up everywhere. And if you say, oh, Enola only pays so much, they're in a 5-year contract right now, and wait until they don't get a renewal, and you're going to see theirs is going to double, almost double.
Yeah.
Is our annual,
Pardon?
is our annual contract with the waste management?
3 years. It's with Penwood.
Yeah, so let's close on that with
Right.
the
That's a
fact that
good note.
we're getting together again with our solicitors' guidance on this. John, if I talked to Daisy, I wanted to see if next Friday, you have 2 evening appointments next
I
week.
have 2 evening meetings.
If sometime works for you and Becky next week,
Next Friday.
so if next Friday would be optimal for most people's schedule, but check with Becky.
yeah, just let us know the dates that are available.
So, and we'll get together here and figure out what numbers we do
Mhm.
agree on. Because somewhere there is a disconnect. I don't think anybody's being, but let's do that. Come back together at the Board of Supervisors. We may vote on the contract then, or if we are prepared. And
And if you're not, then you wait till you get everything straightened out. Right.
okay.